when he woke up the other morning, that I was no good or whatever. I'm sure he's
not the man to lead the party.
He's not alone with that opinion, clearly. But, and then yesterday, he retweeted me twice with positive messages, so I don't know. And, there is no way I'm going to fall out. But equally, Nick, I wasn't going to be moved. This Tommy Robinson character, yep. I have no desire to go to war with Elon Musk, and I'm not going to, and I haven't done. I'm a huge admirer of him. I think he's a heroic figure. I think the sort of tech changes that he's bringing to the world are incredible.
Elon Musk just threw Nigel Farage under the bus, and Keir Starmer can't stop grinning. The tech billionaire's sudden U-turn has left Reform UK in shambles, with Farage scrambling to salvage his political career. But is Starmer's schadenfreude premature? As the dust settles on this unexpected betrayal, we're left wondering if Labour's leader is missing a golden opportunity to capitalise on his rival's misfortune. Stay tuned as we unpack the fallout and what it means for British politics. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favour. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now back to the video. In the world of politics, alliances can be as fragile as they are powerful.
He's talked about grooming gangs and other things, although he's hardly been on his own on that, has he? I was first being condemned in 2012 for daring to talk about violence against women. I could go on, Nick. Right. And all I'm saying is, look, Mr. Robinson, do what the hell you like. We are totally separate from that. And I never wanted, and you know this, you've known me long enough to know, as indeed, to be fair, Andrew Norfolk, who was writing for the Times, and Sue Reed on the Mail. There were some very brave figures early on, but when figures like myself as party leaders dared pop their head over the parapet, we were smashed back down very, very quickly.
Elon Musk and Nigel Farage seem to have forged a partnership that could reshape the British political landscape. Musk, the tech billionaire with a penchant for stirring the pot, and Farage, the charismatic leader of Reform UK, appeared to be kindred spirits in their quest to challenge the status quo. Their shared disdain for political correctness and mainstream media narratives had created a formidable duo that many believed could propel Reform UK to new heights. But as we've seen time and time again, the higher you climb, the harder you fall. And fall they did, in spectacular fashion. Musk's tweet calling for Farage's resignation wasn't just a surprise. It was a political earthquake that sent shockwaves through the corridors of power. The timing was abrupt, the message clear. Reform UK needed a new leader.
Past they have attracted that light.
Well, not when I've led parties, no. What I inherited...
I take you back to the last general election, which possibly you didn't have enough time.
No. I had no say over that whatsoever.
Serious question here. I understand what you say about Elon Musk and the relationship, but how much weaker do you think reform will be in practice without the support of Elon Musk?
I think to a younger generation, he really is a cult hero figure. I've had kids telling me, you know what, he's going to let us go to Mars. So not having Elon's support would damage us.
One who has what it takes. But what led to this sudden shift in allegiance? At the heart of this political drama lies Tommy Robinson, a controversial figure who has long divided public opinion. Musk, it seems, believed that Robinson could provide the boost Reform UK desperately needed. But Farage, ever the political strategist, had chosen to distance the party from Robinson's more extreme views. It was a calculated move, designed to broaden Reform UK's appeal and shed its image as a fringe party. But for Musk, it was a step too far. The fallout from Musk's tweet was immediate and severe. Reform UK found itself scrambling to manage a crisis that threatened to undermine years of careful image crafting. Farage, the man who had steered the party through choppy waters, now found himself at the centre of a storm he couldn't control.
If I was to embrace, as it looks like I was being urged to do, the sort of violent, thuggish people like Robinson, that would do our party immense harm, because he kind of makes us look cool. So I'm being frank about that, and I am confident that whatever has been said, we can mend.
You can build bridges with Elon Musk.
I really think we can. And probably rightly so, actually. So the fact that I've stood up on a point of principle, even if in the short term it's to my detriment, Neil, in the long run, may even work in our favour.
Political commentators were quick to label this as a potential turning point for Reform UK, one that could derail its momentum and force a complete reassessment of its identity. But what does this mean for the future of Reform UK? The party now faces a critical juncture. Will they bow to Musk's demands and embrace a more radical approach, potentially alienating moderate supporters? Or will they stand by Farage and risk losing the backing of one of the world's most influential figures? The coming weeks and months will be crucial in determining whether Reform UK can weather this storm, or if it will be relegated to the footnotes of British political history. In the world of politics, sometimes the most deafening sound is silence. As Reform UK grapples with its internal turmoil, one figure has been conspicuously absent from the fray: Keir Starmer. The Labour leader's low profile during this political earthquake has left many scratching their heads. Is this a calculated move of political genius or a glaring failure of leadership? Starmer's recent disappearing act hasn't been limited to the Reform UK saga. Critics have been quick to point out his absence during severe weather events that have left many citizens struggling. This hands-off approach has raised eyebrows and sparked debate about what exactly constitutes effective leadership in times of crisis. But could Starmer's silence be more calculated than it appears? History tells us that political leaders often benefit from the misfortunes of their rivals without lifting a finger. By staying out of the spotlight, Starmer avoids the risk of saying something that could be used against him later. It's a strategy that has served many politicians well in the past, letting their opponents implode while they maintain a steady course. However, this approach is not without its risks. As voters seek a leader who is present and responsive during tough times, Starmer's absence could be interpreted as being out of touch with the electorate's struggles. In a political landscape where perception is often reality, this could prove to be a costly miscalculation. The chaos engulfing Reform UK presents a unique opportunity for Labour to strengthen its electoral chances. With his main rivals in disarray, Starmer could seize this moment to demonstrate strong leadership and responsiveness to voter concerns. But so far, he seems content to watch from the sidelines as the political drama unfolds. This raises a crucial question. Is Starmer's hands-off approach a strategic move to avoid alienating potential voters, or a sign of weak leadership that could undermine Labour's long-term prospects? The answer to this question could well determine the outcome of the next election. As the dust settles on the Reform UK debacle, Starmer finds himself in an unexpectedly strong position. Without uttering a word, he's watched his political rivals tear themselves apart. But in the fast-paced world of British politics, today's advantage can quickly become tomorrow's liability. Starmer's silence may have served him well so far, but voters will soon be demanding more than just a steady hand. They'll want a leader who can articulate a clear vision for the future. The political landscape in Britain has been shaken to its core, leaving voters in a state of uncertainty. While Keir Starmer may find himself in an unexpectedly advantageous position, his continued silence raises eyebrows. Is this a calculated move or a missed opportunity? As Reform UK grapples with internal turmoil, a power vacuum emerges, begging the question, who will step up to fill it? In times of political upheaval, it's crucial for citizens to stay informed and engaged. The current situation presents a unique opportunity for voters to reassess their allegiances and demand accountability from their leaders. Local politics and grassroots discussions can be powerful tools for change, allowing citizens to influence the direction of their country. As the dust settles on this political earthquake, one thing is clear: the next chapter of British politics is yet to be written. Will Starmer seize the moment, or will a new player emerge from the shadows? The answer lies not just with the politicians, but with the engaged and informed citizenry who hold the power to shape the future of their nation.